Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. Looks like Gaijin are doing another event to celebrate a holiday for a nation. This one is for German Unity Day. This is actually celebrated every year by Gaijin, basically because on the 3rd of October 1990, the GDR and FRG became one country, and German Unity Day is a major national holiday which is celebrated throughout Germany. And with this, you get a bunch of discounts which are coming in. Basically, there are 3 vehicles which are discounted. You can either buy them in a pack, individual packs, or even just as G vehicles in the game itself. The vehicles that are available are the good old PZSFL1C. This is the baby tiger, which is there. You also have the Hawk Mk.100, which is about, and also the Prinz Eugen for naval. So one for air, one for ground, and also one for naval. Pretty cool. If you want to purchase them all together, or if you want to purchase the packs, I'll leave a link in the description to all of the packs on offer, and also at the same time we'll have a look at all of the vehicles too in this video. Another thing to also mention is there is a decal that's on offer for German Unity Day 2025. All you got to do is earn 3,000 mission points in battles where you've used German vehicles at rank 3 or higher. I like the fact that they changed these things from the kind of play 3 missions to earn 3,000 mission points, because if you have a banger game, you can do it in one, and also it gives you an opportunity to basically grind out other stuff instead of just focusing on that battle activity, which can be a little bit rough. The other thing to also mention about this decal is in the data mine from yesterday, the colors were the wrong way around. So they basically added the decal to the files and it had the yellow on the top instead of the black. So everything was topsy-turvy, but it looks like with this version of the decal, they've actually fixed it, which is kind of cool. So let's have a look at the vehicles on offer, and also let's see what we could do with them during the current events. As always, if you enjoy the content, make sure to subscribe and also like the video. Let's get started. The first vehicle we're having a look at is the Hawk Mk.100. This vehicle is actually pretty fun. In air realistic, it's 8.3, and in ground, it's 8.0. The basic reason is because this is more of a aircraft than it is a CAS vehicle. The vehicle has access to some pretty low BR sidewinders, which I think it might be the lowest in the game in terms of missiles, or at least it's equal in other areas, but basically you have 2 AIM-9Bs and then the 4 Hispano Mark 5s, which is a really, really nice armament. You also get some other stuff as well that you can bring along, whether you want to bring some rockets or some bombs in order to do CAS duties. It can actually work, but I think the main threat of this thing is actually playing it in terms of air and in air realistic. It's really maneuverable, which is super nice, and also a lot of the time you actually face stuff where you basically end up, using the missiles very effectively because people don't know that they're coming. So any target that's going low or even slow, you can annihilate them with this. Other parts of the vehicle, it's not the fastest of the BR. This is the BR, the MiG-15 Bis and the Sabre, but it does have the Nene, which isn't too bad. And then also, as I said, the firepower is really nice too. The simple fact is, it's a nice premium to have, to be able to grind through the tech tree if you really need it at these BRs. There's also the G91, which is around, but of course, remember, the other sale is going to be happening soon. So I feel in general that it's probably worth waiting for those if you're looking for a jet to purchase. The anniversary sale is usually around the 1st of November, and I think there's going to be better options than this. The next vehicle is the Baby Tiger. This is the 5cm Pak 38 Auf Panzerkampfwagen 2 Sonderfahrtgestell 901. Basically what it is it's a tiny boy. It's a 2.7, and it's a lot of fun. It's really fast and nippy around the place. It's got a really nice transmission, meaning that you can fly around the place with the 200 horsepower engine, and it also gets the long-barreled 50mm, the Pak 38. This means that it pens 106 with its APC, with a bit of HE in it, and also you get some APCR if you really need that additional pen. But basically you have a high fire rate gun, you have scouting with this thing, you have super mobility, and also it's just tiny, so it's just really fun just to wander about and just, annihilate people with. It reminds me very much of stuff like the T114, for example, where they're so small you can hide it in areas and people are just going to miss you. And that is something that's really fun. It does get annihilated by cast because it doesn't actually have any armor on the top of it where the crew is. So this is very much spawn it first, play as a hyper-aggressive scout, get a lot of kills, and then kind of go from there. Because you're going to struggle in other ways if you don't. But the vehicle itself is very enjoyable to play. And at 2.7, if you have a look at Germany, you do have quite a few options too. You have the other one, the P204. This is just kind of a better version than the P204. You've also got the Panzer III J1. If you got the TD J1, you can also run that too. So it's a nice little lineup at rank 2. You can do the first daily of the day as well, not the second or specials, but at least it's something to get you going. And also, as I said, it's just a lot of fun. I mean, you can play this with a bunch of people as well and just have a nice time scouting for them and then just plinky-plonkying with the 50mm. Another vehicle on sale is the Prinz Eugen, or the Princess Eugenie, as I like to call it. This is a pretty bog-standard premium cruiser. It's better than its tech tree counterpart by quite a lot, and basically, it is just pretty decent at 6.0. 6.0 is in a weird place at the moment because you have like all of the heavy cruisers, but you also have a bunch of the battle cruisers as well, and also just battleships from other nations. You know, if you have a look at this area, you got the Queen Mary, for example, the Colossus, the Dreadnought at 6.0, and then also the Invincible. So it can be a little bit weird, but the Eugen as a heavy cruiser works fantastically well. As I said, it's just better than its tech tree counterpart. It has more crew, and also it has more secondary armaments, so it just has more AA, which is good. The 203mm are pretty bog standard in terms of the amount of damage that they do. You have this SAP BC shell, which has a lot of explosive mass and good penetration. I found that this works the best against heavy cruisers and light cruisers. And then you got the APC BC, which works best against battle cruisers and also battleships. So you have options for anything you're going to fight. As always, when it comes to naval, if you are fighting things that are bigger than you, you're really going to struggle. And this is a weird BR for this type of vehicle because guess what? You're fighting things that are bigger than you. But you do get really good rewards, 570% RP and 1800 SL, which definitely makes the bank account a lot heavier. So therefore, you're able to kind of grind everything out. And also at the same time, it can grind out most of the tech tree for you pretty easily, apart from this area. And the only other premium you can really get, which is any use, is the Gneisenau, because obviously the Nassau is not in a fantastic place. So for me, I would probably go for the Eugen. You've just got to be careful that you don't get the matchmaking where you just get filled with good old battleships. But unfortunately, there's not really a lot you can do about that, so kind of sucks. I'd just like to thank GMG Smiley, CD Beans, Chieftain Mike, EMN3 Galaxy, Tulio Pontecorvo, Brendan Quinn, Carrion Crow, Gus Irenicus, Pyman, Wartinder, Teddy, Daniel Stanton, Martinez, B. Young, Ozzy Panzer, Alan Hacker, Liam Shear, Opium Prime, Lafouche, Sem, Aslan, Uncle Bean, and Derek R. for supporting the channel.